Hey guys, we got some very special guests today with us. You'll be very familiar with their names. We got Tom and Jerry here. Oh, not the cartoon guys. This is Thomas and Jerry Lowry. Thomas is the one, we did his Model A Coupe for him and his wife Cindy. They showed up today and brought me a little door prize.
Yeah, we brought Paul a Model A for doing my Model A. And Paul, and I thank you, brother, for everything you've done.
Oh,
okay?
thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
That's really awesome. I appreciate that.
I had to get him a Model A or he can't take mine. How's that?
Did the car come out as good as you expected?
Oh, it turned out awesome. I'm happy with it. He did a wonderful job. To be an old rust bucket, he did a super duper job.
Thank you. We try real hard.
And it looks great.
These guys look like they could be brothers.
Hey, Happy, we are brothers. I want Paul to know that I'm a fan. Thomas introduced me to Paul today, physically and in person, but I follow him on his YouTube because he does awesome work. Thomas and I got to go see the interior in the car being done today. Mm-hmm. And the red wheels, it is phenomenal. It's an eye catcher. And when you see the car, you will say, wow, that red is beautiful with the black and silver.
Absolutely.
Beautiful car, beautiful work, great job.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Really great job.
We appreciate Paul. I appreciate Paul.
We would recommend him to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
How this all got started was I did a Model A pickup, a 30 Model A pickup for Kim Johansson, who is Thomas's sister-in-law.
Right.
And so that's how this all got started. So we're going to do one more video here for too long. As soon as his coupe is done at the upholstery shop, we're going to have both of those vehicles, the pickup and his car, and we'll do one last show with that. So stay with us, and we really appreciate you guys watching.
Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Body and Soul Shop. I just want to touch base with you and let you know what I've been up to this week. We're working on this 60s-ish kind of custom that you've seen other videos on. Doing a lot of small stuff, did a lot of disassembly, a lot of getting small parts ready to paint, and I'm real close with a lot of that. So I already painted the motor before when it was here previous, but now the transmission stuff's got to be all cleaned and detailed and painted. And then I'm going to go to the rear end and smooth all the welds out on that, mold everything in. It'll be painted black. So I'm going to do the chassis first, much like we did the Studebaker. I'll do all the finish work on it, get it all painted, put it all back together. Everything will be chromed and cleaned up and everything. And then we'll set the body down on the chassis after the body's all painted. So when I decided to build these headlight buckets and use the 53, 54 Buick headlight bezels, trying to figure out what the best way to do it was, well, I had an old motorcycle helmet laying around, and so I cut that up to get my first part of my radius going, and then hand formed all the bottom of it. As you can see, I had to put all this internal stuff in here to hold the bezel, hold the light in place, the park light, turn signal, all that stuff in place. And it's pretty cool. It's come out really nice. I also hand fabricated these mounts for it that bolts in through the grill and into the inside of the headlight bucket in here. So it's pretty solid. Okay, so this is the rear roll pan off of this pickup truck that I built. I built this out of the back part of the roof of a 54 Chevy pickup that I had laying back here, just an old cab that was pretty rough. I'm also going to inlay the license plate. I'm going to cut this out and inlay it a little bit, give it a little bit more character. And of course, just all my bumper brackets and everything go through up in here, so that's all hid once the bumper's on. You don't see any of that. But that's what I started out with. So, like I said before, just a little bit of creativity. Think about what you're doing, what you got laying around that you can make something out of, and it's pretty simple actually. Okay, so I've been prepping all these small parts. I've got the rear roll pan. I know I explained before I was going to French in the license plate, so I built the box and Frenched that in, and this is where my lights are going to go up in here. All blocked and ready. All I have to do now is just seal it and paint it. I also have my exhaust covers done, which if you remember correctly, these were the tops of the fenders off that 59 Chrysler. Of course I altered them, but that's what I started out with. So they're pretty cool pieces, but they're ready to paint. I also have the headlight buckets, and the scoop is ready to paint. As I said before in a previous video, this started out as a 38 Chevy grill shell, but it's been highly modified. Changed a lot of things on it. So also built the grill bars and everything from scratch out of 1/4-inch round stock and had that chromed. After I got the truck back here and started looking at it, the bottom here was a little bit too square for my liking. It just was more blunt. And so I added about 3/4 of an inch to it and rolled it. Took conduit and split it and molded it around there and welded it all in. So give it just a little bit more mass here, but it also gave it a nice rolled edge, which changed it. I know it sounds weird, but it changed the appearance of it. Just that little bit made a difference. Just want to give you an update on the 65 F100 Crown Vic swap. I've got the one box, the mounting box, in this side and welded in. 90% of it's welded in. I still got to weld a little bit across the bottom. And I left the other side loose so I can show you before I put the box in. So, okay, here you can see I welded up all the holes from the outside and ground them off, and then I put weld through primer in here so the frame won't rust after I put the box in it and everything. That'll kind of help preserve it. This just slides down in here like that. And the bolt slides down. I like it. It's a nice kit, but there's a lot of welding to do. They kind of prefab the box, and it's kind of tacked in place, but you still have to weld all across the top, all across the bottom, welded in the fronts and the sides and everything. So there is a lot of welding to it, but it's a good piece. It's well built. I just wanted to show you that as opposed to what it looks like when it's already welded in. And I'll finish this one off here in the next day or so and get the front end all together, and then we'll set it down and check out ride height and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we've got the front of the bed pretty much repaired. There's still a lot of grinding and finish work to be done, but we got it all welded in place. And then we're going to come over here. These side panels, front and back, are really pitted, as I said once before in the other video. We're starting to cut this out. We've got the driver's side fabricated up and setting in place. We still got just a little bit of fine tuning to do to get it set exactly the way I want, but it's really close. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fabricate all four corners, so that'll all be new. And the center part of the bed's in pretty good shape, so I think we'll be good here right shortly. Okay, so the next steps is getting everything measured out and start assembling the 4-bar system, getting brackets fabbed up and everything that we have to do. We'll show you that in the next couple weeks, how we're coming along with the rear end and everything else. So that's what I've been up to. So I don't have any bling to show you, but I'm working on the bling, okay? It's coming. So anyway, just hang with us, and hope you all are doing really well. We'll see you soon.